while focusing on narrowing down the specifics of the structure that these monster Leech Lake strain muskies are coming off of.
Why don't we check out the front side of this flat up here? It's got a real steep break, and sometimes
let's give that a roll.
Big ones off.
That's it. Yeah, it runs into a sharp break there.
It looks like brighter colors are proving to be the most successful on the lure side of the pattern.
Whoa! Nice fish, nice fish.
Hey,
keep her down, keep her down.
And in particular, one color that is known to tickle Pete, well, pink.
Got it. Get him.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice work, nice. Pink is the color.
Pete, Dustin, and Dave aren't just catching a lot of muskies off this mid-September shallow water bite. They're hauling in one trophy class fish after another.
Oh my God, fish, dude. Look at that horse. Look at that fish. That's pushing 40 pounds up.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is nice.
That is a tank.
Hey,
She's got to be about 52 inches. Yeah, pushing that was 40 pounds. Woo!
Because of that beautiful color, I've got something very special for you. There we go. Look at that.
Nice.
You look stylish.
I thought you looked good before, but you really look good now.
Nice.
Although muskies are an apex predator, that doesn't mean they hang out by their lonesome. In fact, there can be multiple fish, big fish, concentrated in one spot.
Dave, I think you might keep that bait on for a while.
I'll sell it to you, a couple hundred.
So if you can fight the fish in, try and fight back your excitement as well in order to not only safely release your catch, but to get back to casting that exact same spot as soon as possible, since it could sometimes mean an encore performance.
All right, now net that fish.
All right.
There we
Nice
go.
work, Dave. Another beauty.
I like that bait.
Yes, they do. Nice fish. All right.
Beautiful. Cool.
Nice work, Dave. All right.
Electronics are really important for any aspect of muskie fishing, but really especially so when you're looking for suspended fish for muskies. I want to find forage. I mean, I really want to find the food. That's kind of the key to the deal out here. And besides the food that you're looking for, on your sonar, your down scan, and my side scan, that allows me to look off to the side and see pods of bait fish. The other thing you want to do is kind of be near good structure if you can. If you got a situation where you've got two bars next to one another, or maybe there's a shelf coming off a shoreline and then an outer bar with some deep water in the middle, that deeper water in the middle is kind of a classic area for here. And you'll see on the screen that I've got just a classic spot that we're fishing right here that I described a saddle area between two humps.
Leading information on tackle and techniques to make you a better fisherman. Presented by Mercury.
He's not the biggest one in the world, but he is pointing out something new I wanted to show you. I wanted to talk a little bit about this jig. Look at how big that jig looks. Now the interesting part about this jig is it's not a super heavy jig. Let me throw this little guy back and let me tell you about it. So this is a different kind of jig. This is called a bait delivery system jig. This is built out of a composite material called tundra. It's not quite as heavy as lead, and the cool thing about tundra is that it comes in different densities. So for example, on this particular jig here, the bottom of it, the ballasted part of it, is made of a heavier density than the top. And what happens there is that when this jig falls through the water, it stays much more vertical and much more in position for when that fish bites the hook. It makes it look bigger, but not heavier. Oftentimes, especially if you're going for big fish, you want a bigger sight profile, but you don't want a heavier jig. Heavier jigs with walleyes aren't good because walleyes suck the bait into their mouth. So a bigger profile is good, but keeping the weight down, and that's what this bait delivery system jig does. Now the other cool thing they put on this jig is what they're calling a gulp keeper back here, and what it is a series of ripples made again of that same tundra material. And the beauty of this is this keeper, better than any other keeper I've seen on any other jig, it works extremely well for gulp, which is one of the softest materials we use for the tails back here, but it'll also work great on any kind of soft plastic that you might want to use. So the bait delivery system jig has a lot of cool features in it. I'm just starting to play with this thing, but I tell you what, first impression, I'm really impressed.
Shallower structure featuring close proximity to deeper water, brighter colors, and speed triggering tactics are the pieces to this mid-September trophy-sized Minnesota muskie pattern.
That's pushing 40 pounds, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
For bucktails, quick L-style turns have been doing the trick.
Dustin's bait.
Yep, there's one behind my bait.
Come on.
But fast lures mean quick thinking, and there is more than one way to successfully trigger a muskie during the mid-stages of a retrieve, especially if you find yourself switching to a different type of lure to match the changing above water conditions.
We've got a beautiful morning, and I figured it'd be a great topwater morning with a little bit of fog that we have out on the water this morning. And I'm trying to cover as much water as I can with this topwater bait. And way out on the end of my cast, all of a sudden I saw a little bit of boil behind my bait, and all of a sudden here comes a fish, and she's waking my topwater bait all the way to the boat. But what I wanted to do once I got closer to the boat is to try to trigger that strike. And what I personally like to do is change the direction of my retrieve when I get close to the boat. When I change the direction, that fish took up and made a swipe and tried to eat my bait. And one of the interesting things is right after that happened, Dave noted that what he likes to do, his personal preference, is to speed it up and then slow and stop the bait. And Dave said the fish typically